Hello, everyone. Hey, do let me know if you can hear me and see me, and this appears to be working okay. I don't know. I don't have all those funky stream transitions that our good friend Mr. Wimpress has, who I notice is in the chat. Do let me know if this is loud enough and all that good stuff. That would be really useful. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Hello to everyone. Oh, gosh, there's a whole bunch of people in here. So I thought I'd do an ad hoc kind of stream because I haven't done one of these for a while. And I mentioned on the Ubuntu podcast, which you can find at ubuntupodcast.org, that I've been spending a bit of spare time, like we have spare time, doing a bit of Ask Ubuntu. And it reminded me of the where I first started in Ubuntu, my Ubuntu journey, which was answering support questions. In fact, I can show you a trip back into the past. If we go to answers.launchpad.net/tilde-popey, you can find where I asked some of these questions, where I answered some of these questions. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's not a lot there, but if we go to the very last page, you can see dating back to 2006, there's a whole bunch of questions that I answered, and let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And some people marked them as solved, and that was really satisfying for me as part of my Ubuntu journey, was answering people's questions. And it's not like I'm some all-knowing sage who knows all the ins and outs of Ubuntu. Far from it. There's plenty of parts of Ubuntu that I don't understand at all. But there are so many questions that there's bound to be something that I can answer, which I think is true of most people. I think if you start looking through support questions, you'll find that there are some that are within the scope of what you could help someone with. And given the way open source works, we help each other. We're building on the shoulders of giants. So I think it's a good way for other people to get started. So I just thought I'd show you, what I do on Ask Ubuntu. And I like I say, I'm not an expert here at all. You can find Ask Ubuntu if you just go to ubuntu.com. It's listed down here under Meet, or you can just go to askubuntu.com. And there you go. You can dive straight into Ask Ubuntu. You'll notice it's got my stupid face up in the top right hand corner. You need to log in order to use it, and it uses Launchpad to log in, and I've already logged in. So if you've got a Launchpad account and Ubuntu One account, you can log in and start using Ask Ubuntu. There's a lot going on the screen, but generally I tend to start, scrolling down the list and looking out for questions that I think I might be able to answer, and just seeing if I can help someone. Because what you've got to remember is on the other end of these questions is someone who's got an Ubuntu system and they got a problem and they want to solve it. And we've all been there, so it kind of makes sense to, help these people out. Spread the love, as it were. So that's what I plan to do. And also talk a little bit about how you use the site, because it's a bit like a forum. Someone asks a question and then some answers appear underneath it. So, we could find, a hot question, one that's got, one that actually has answers. There we go. So this one here, there's a question, which is what the poster here had posted a couple of hours ago. And I provided a comment, and someone else has provided an answer. In fact, they're a new contributor as well. So this is amazing. Like, someone new asked a question, and someone else is relatively new provided a potential, answer or some help. So yeah, that's really what this is all about, is posting questions and answers like a forum. The difference with this is, I'm sure you've seen Stack Exchange before, is people upvote what's considered a good answer and downvote things that don't look to be correct. It's as simple as that. So, gosh, so many people in here. Hello to everyone. Sneaky, hello, and Matthias, hello Dustin and Chris. I see people talking about food. Martin. Oh, Mao. Martin, thank you for the super chat. I didn't realise I had super chat enabled. Brilliant. Thanks. I will buy myself some transitions. Thanks a lot. Hello, Real Geek. How you doing? Yeah. So, is Ask Ubuntu... Oh, there's a great question. This is a meta question from Chris. Is Ask Ubuntu the best place to ask for help? That's tricky. There are lots of places that people go for help. Like, some people might go to Linux Questions and prefer that. Some people might go to Ubuntu Forums and prefer that. You know, there isn't a canonical right answer for where's the best place to get support. Some people prefer IRC. So, you know, it depends. And some people have had, you know, bad experiences in one place or bad experiences somewhere else, and so they stay away from those places and they go somewhere else. I personally like Ask Ubuntu because it allows good answers to bubble up. It's not perfect like any other support system, but I like it. So yeah, I think it's one of the best places. One of the reasons why it's so good is that it's got really good, I hate saying this, SEO. So it bubbles up to the top. If you do a search on your favorite search engine for some error message, chances are somebody else has seen that before and someone will have asked on Ask Ubuntu for a solution to that error. And so it's at the top of search results a lot of the time, which is good if there is an answer there, but it's not so good if there isn't a good answer. So yeah, that's I like it. So the way I use it is I've created a filter. You can just dive in here and just start at the top and work your way down, but that's going to be tricky because, you know, do you know about aliases? Do you know about Tor? Do you also know about how to manage Ethernet connections? You know, do you know about all these things? And the answer is probably not. Like, you pick questions that you can answer, and more questions come flooding in as, you know, as you're sat here staring at the screen. So the questions all appear here, and up here there's a little dashboard thing. You can see details about your own profile. So here you can see, you know, some of the questions, some of the answers I've given recently, and you get a reputation. So that's helpful. If people upvote your answers, then other people might be more likely to trust you with other answers, which is quite nice. And if you're the kind of person who likes getting, you know, valueless internet points like me, you know, then this is good as well. But also it tells you about things like the kind of tags you're most active in, and if you've got any bookmarks and any badges you've received for, you know, your work. It's quite good fun. And the other thing that I think is quite interesting here, estimated number of times people viewed your helpful posts. Like, nearly 3 million people have been reached by answers that I've been given. It doesn't necessarily mean 3 million people have taken the answers and then typed in their answers and, you know, solved their problem. But I like that. I like the fact that there's the potential for the answers that I'm giving here to reach a large number of people. And even if it's really only half that or 10% of that, that's a tremendous number of people that your answers can reach. And so, you know, out there in the world, without you knowing, somewhere there's someone visiting your Ask Ubuntu answer and solving a problem. I think that's quite a rewarding thing. So anyway, that's this bit up here. There's also this inbox. So if people respond to you, you can go straight to those responses without having to try and hunt down the question that, you know, you asked previously. So up here, I've got some notifications. And so this was a question that someone asked earlier. So Chad asked a question. He's been trying to install on Ubuntu and said that there's a bug. And I asked some questions and offered some information. So yeah, I've just offered some support to Chad. And again, Chad is a new person here and asked a question and got an answer pretty quickly, or got some help pretty quickly. Pointed him in the direction of the bug tracker for the thing for him that's crashing, and he can like look through and see if there's any bugs that maybe relate. So yeah, should we have a look? Oh yeah, there's another couple of things I wanted to mention. Filters. You can create these custom filters, and so you create a custom filter and you can set constraints on what questions it will show you. And I quite like this. I've created a custom filter called Fresh Meat, and my Fresh Meat one shows me questions that have no answers at all. So this is someone has probably just asked a question and nobody's even looked at it yet. Like, the number of views are single digits down here, 6 views, 8 views. Not many people have looked at this. And if you think about the state of mind that the person's in that's asking the question, that they're thinking, I need some help. And so by filtering on this list, this is just one way to filter the view. By filtering on this list, I get to see questions where someone may be pretty desperate and needs a solution, like soon. And obviously I'm just volunteering my time like everyone on Ask Ubuntu. But yeah, I think that's quite a nice way to filter it, to show only, stuff that's got no answers. And I'll go through some of these in a minute. And I've got another one here called Recent Snap, which is recent questions where they've used the snap tag. So I can go through and look at questions that are related to snap packages in some way. Here's one. So this one's had 17 views and it's got no answers. Let's have a look at this one. So this person, Daniel, says they want to completely reset Deja Dupe and configuration files. They tried removing it and installing it again, but the previous settings are still there after a fresh install. So backup path, folders to ignore and stuff. So what they've done is they've tried to remove it and they've used purge, which deletes the data that goes with that application. And they then do an install, but they've said it still shows up the config that they had previously. And I suspect I know why this is. So here's one that I think I might be able to answer. Now, Deja Dupe here is it Deja Dupe? It's not Deja Dup. It's Deja Dupe, isn't it? Because it's like duplicate, like backup. I don't know. And it's a play on Deja Vu? No? Maybe not. It's a classic snap. And because it's a classic snap, it has access to your entire file system. And it's a backup tool, so it kind of needs it. And so typically a snap that's not classic, a strictly confined snap, will have its config in a directory that's easily purged when you remove the snap. But this one's classic, and so the config could live outside of that snap directory. But Deja Dupe is a GNOME application, and I think it stores its config in G settings keys, and you can find those in dconf editor. If you use dconf editor, where is it? Oh no, there's a box somewhere on my screen that's telling me I can't. Where is it? Where's the? Oh man, there's a window somewhere and I can't find it. That's telling me I should be careful. I can't find the window. Where is it? Oh man. Let's kill it. Try again. Oh, I know why. Let me look. Gconf editor. Dconf editor. Sorry. I know why. It's because it's underneath my this. Oh, I can't drag this window. I can't show it to you, unfortunately, because it's on my other monitor. But there's a window that pops up when you run dconf editor that says, "Thanks for using dconf editor for editing your settings. Don't forget that some options may break applications, so be careful." And then there's a button underneath where you say, "I'll be careful." And there's a tick box that says, "Show this dialog next time." And I'm going to untick that box and say, "I'll be careful." And unfortunately, I had my OBS window always on top. And so it was on top of that box. Anyway, where were we? We were looking at Deja Dupe. And I think Deja Dupe stores its stuff in here. I bet if I look for Deja... Yeah, there you go. Or GNOME Deja Dupe. So I suspect what's happened, this is all the stuff that you see in, if you launch Deja Dupe, all the config that it sees in here, like what to back up, like not to back up downloads and stuff like that. All of that stuff is held in G settings keys. And so I think what the person needs to know is that if they want to clear all the settings for Deja Dupe, they could do so in here. So what I'm going to do is provide them an answer, which I think is correct. I apologize if my keyboard is loud. I have an IBM Model M and it's a bit loud, so I'm going to start typing. Let me know if it's super loud and I'll mute while I'm typing. Deja Dupe stores its settings in settings keys. You can see and modify them in dconf editor. I could put a screenshot in here to make it I could put a screenshot in because then it will help reinforce. So if I just alt print screen to take a screenshot of that, and then go and find my file manager. See, this is another thing, is if you put pictures in answers, it helps people, to understand. Joink. There we go. Add picture. Boom. So my answer looks like this. You get a little preview underneath. You can see and modify them in dconf editor. There you go. I should explain, actually. I should say the reason purging doesn't remove the settings is because Deja Dupe is a classic snap. So the configuration isn't in a purgeable, is that a word? Purgeable. Oh, that'll do. Purgeable place. There we go. Boom. That looks all right. Post your answer. Boom! We have successfully answered somebody's question. How cool is that? That was not hard. And so we can go and find another question. Ooh, this is interesting. Look at this. I've recovered a terabyte of external drive using DD Rescue. The image is stored in a 2 terabyte external hard disk. I tried to mount it but could not succeed. Oh gosh, that looks tricky. I don't know if I know any more than they already know, because they're using exactly the commands I would use. Low setup, failed to use device, no such device. Low setup, media. No, I don't know that. So I'm just going to pass on that one. Do we have any others? How to persist? Oh gosh, no, I don't know that. Oh, this could be terrible. Not finding actual questions that I can answer. Trying to remove indicator KDE Connect. Ooh. Let's have a look at that. Trying to remove this keeps giving me some trouble. Tried many commands. Usually has this error. The repository does not have a release file. Well, we know why that is. If we do a search for this, we'll find that there's a PPA probably for indicator KDE Connect. Is it this one? Archive indicator KDE Connect. That's the quick and easy way to find a PPA online, is you just like yoink that bit out and do a search for it and you'll find it. And so they're saying they've got a screenshot. Let's have a look at the screenshot. What are they trying to do? Ooh. What's going on here? 404 not found on this PPA. Groovy. So they're on Groovy Gorilla. They've probably upgraded from 2004 to Groovy. And if we look in here, there are no packages for Groovy. That's why. Martin has a current PPA for KDE Connect. Wow. Whereabouts is it, Martin? Can you ping me the link? The quick and easy answer, the answer for for why you're getting the message is the reason you get the error message is because the PPA maintainer has not updated the packages inside it for the release of Ubuntu you're running. Groovy. God, I can't type. So I could illustrate this with a picture. Can I screenshot that? No, I can't. I can go like that and then do the really brutal way of cropping a screenshot. The brutal way of cropping a screenshot, which is... where is it? Where has it gone? So. Oh man. There we go. My gnome shell is broken. Oh my gosh. I can't click on Windows anymore. Because I did Alt print screen, the cursor keeps turning to a plus on certain windows. Oh, you're kidding me. Hey, Zigger. Hey, Ian. Take a photo with your phone. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, is that the... Oh, man. Oh, I've properly broken. Am I going to have to restart Gnome Shell? I think I've... How am I going to do this? I can't click on anything. Yeah, I don't know if I restart Gnome Shell. Is no screenshot running? Oh, man. I'm clicking all over the place. Maybe I should ask an Ask Ubuntu question. Yeah, look. I cannot. I can't click on anything. Why can't I click on anything? What if I turn my mouse off and on again? This is bizarre. It's properly wedged. My worry is if I restart Gnome Shell... Oh, let's do it. I may disappear. SSH in from another machine and stop something. Am I still here? Am I still streaming? Maybe. Am I still here? Fingers crossed. Yes. Phew. Right, that fixed it. That fixed it. Oh my god. Oh dear me. Right. So, what I was gonna do is the brutal way. This don't ever do this. This is terrible. Pictures. So that screenshot. Oh, that's not the screenshot I want. That one. Yeah. Right. So, what you can do is if you want to get that, go Alt print screen. Right, it gets that window. Then go like that. Go, oh, it didn't get the menu. Oh, boo. Maybe I don't need this picture. Right, let's find, where was that link? It was flexion.org, wasn't it? Indicator Connect. That's the one I want. In the time I've done this, one of you lot could have jumped in and answered this question for him. There we go. No. No. Oh my gosh. This is... Have you got a PPA for KD Connect? Or is this in your playground along with loads of... Indicator KD Connect. Oh, it's there. Right, well done. And that one's for Groovy. Yes. Perfect. Well done. Good work, team. However, the good news is Martin Wimpress has maintained PPA, which does have an update KD Connect indicator package for Ubuntu 2010. Sweet. you can remove the list file for the PPA you need, which you will find in etc apt sources.list.d. How about that? Boom. There's an answer. Just brilliant. Right. Go back to my fresh meat. Well done, team. Well done. Well done, team. So that's that one. Now this one looks interesting. This one is interesting. Let me close all these other tabs because otherwise I'll end up getting confused with all this. This one. So, hello, George. Good afternoon. Can I just say, as an aside, quite impressed that I managed to Alt F2 and then R to restart GNOME Shell and everything's still working and even OBS is still streaming. That's pretty good, I think. I think we should all, little ripple of applause for both GNOME Shell, Mutter, whatever made that work, and OBS. Thank you, all the developers who did that. Right, so this question, why is this interesting? Well, the reason why this one jumped out at me is this kernel version number is weird. Like, if I do... oh, man, that terminal didn't open. Where is it? Is it underneath? Oh, I've got so many terminals all over the place. The reason this kernel image is weird is it doesn't look like a normal Ubuntu version. And one of the things about Ubuntu, have I got something always on top or something? Because there's something weird going on with this browser. Ubuntu kernel versions don't look like that, and they look a bit like that. And this is usually an indication that someone's got a wonky kernel on their system that they got from somewhere strange. And yes, as TRG points out, it is an old kernel. I suspect this is a special build of Ubuntu and not official Ubuntu. And we generally only provide support on Ask Ubuntu for proper Ubuntu. You know, it actually is Ubuntu. However, let's just do some investigation. And the quick investigation I'm going to do is just do a search for that version number online. Aha. Yes. Crouton. So it's probably on a Chromebook, isn't it? It's a special build of Ubuntu on a Chromebook. Which is that Ubuntu? Is Crouton really Ubuntu? I'm not sure it is. So what I can do is I can vote to close this and say I don't think this is a valid question for this site. So if I say it's community specific and say this is not. Now you'll notice there's a 1 here. That means somebody else has already voted in this way. So it's not just me that thinks that. This looks like Crouton. So I'm going to vote to close that question. And then we go back to the start. Yeah, I was doing fresh meat, wasn't I? How to maximize internet uptime without the IP address changing? Oh, that's a great question. I need to find a solution. I'm currently running a crypto node. Node is earning me rewards, but every time there's an outage of internet for a few seconds, the node takes time to catch up, and that's when I lose the rewards. Yeah, my heart bleeds. I'm not going to answer that one. No, sorry, can't help you. Let's move on to something more interesting. This is the other thing. It's my time. I can pick and choose which questions I answer. Now this one I did post something on earlier. This might be interesting to you. Ubuntu computers spinning on simple tasks. Similar Windows computer seems okay. So this person saying it's spinning, CPU busy. Interesting. So they've got 32 gigs of RAM, and there are 4 tasks, and GNOME Shell is using a fair bit, Java's using a bit, Google Earth is using a bit. So I suggested they do this, use dstat. Dstat is really cool. I don't know if you've seen dstat. I suggested this. It's apt installable. Dstat -v minus top. There's top CPU, and there's, I wonder if you can do 2. Can you do top CPU, top IO, or can you only do 1? No, you can. Oh man! So you have to make it wider because it's a wide display. Check it out. So, this one is quite cool. So dstat provides you loads of information, but the thing that's most interesting, I think, is this right-hand side, in that it shows you most expensive in CPU time in the last couple of seconds between one refresh and the next. So you can see here, OBS, unsurprisingly, is eating, and it is using 7.3% of my CPU. And it's the most CPU intensive thing on the computer right now. And something else is the most IO intensive. I don't know what that is that's doing a lot of IO. I wonder if that's bpytop. It could be, because I think I've got that running somewhere. Yes, I have. I've got bpytop running on another window. Look, it's over here. I've got bpytop running. So it's probably that, and I can tell that if I just close it with a Q. Oh gosh, sorry. Where was I? That one. So now Python 3 is no longer the top IO consumer on the machine, and now it's toggling between all kinds of things, which is as you'd expect in any couple of second period. It could be this, it could be that, it could be anything. So yeah, I quite like that. This shows you that useful information. Hey, Federico. Hi there. How are you doing? So yeah, that's quite a useful one for debugging stuff, because people often ask, what is it that's using... what did they say? There are many possible cores. Do you have the recommended drivers? Upgrading and reinstalling. Interesting. You're having AER. Oh dear. So it's something else. Why are you using a backported driver? Show me DKMS status. So someone else has got this. It's nothing I could do to help. So yeah, someone else is asking them loads of questions. So what you'll notice with Ask Ubuntu is someone asks a question, and then there's like a conversation that happens underneath, and then someone will turn that conversation into an answer. It might be that one of these is the answer, or a further comment is an answer, and then someone turns that into an answer, and that gets upvoted as the correct answer. It's pretty cool. I like it. Ooh. What's this? LTA modem installation for Ubuntu ARM. I don't think I'm going to be able to answer that, but I'm interested. Anyway, using Ubuntu on my what? CADAS Vim 3. What on earth is a CADAS Vim 3? It's an SPC of some kind. Hey, that looks nice. Don't get distracted, Alan. Don't get distracted and try and buy more SPCs. You don't need them. Cool. And installed an LTE modem. Business system, we can't run it because there's no driver. Oh dear. No, I can't help there, I don't think. But fascinating. It's a dev kit, is it? Ah. Yeah. Anything else? Oh. Freezing and crashing. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I looked at this one earlier. Did I? Recently upgraded from 18 to 2004. Random crashes ever since. Oh no. Windows freezing. Crashing of stuff. So we've got GNOME Shell crashes, TeamViewer crashes. Ooh, Linux crashes. That's not good, is it? Gosh, they're providing lots of useful information there. Yeah, question here they're asking, have you got any swap? Is an interesting thing to ask. Yeah, well, somebody else is asking more questions about that, so I'm going to leave that one on. Let me get back to my fresh meat list. Cannot start Spotify Snap. Oh dear. The problems when my Spotify doesn't usually start. I get the following errors. Well, everyone gets those, and that, even if it launches, you still get those. I tried reinstalling and tried fixing the errors. If I went my first through page, no dice. Did not do anything in my system in that regard. So that error does not come from me changing stuff where I'm supposed to. I'm running 2004 with the most up-to-date software. Any idea what could it be? I don't know what that could be, because I have the Spotify Snap installed and it works here, but I'm on 2010. Interesting. What? Anyway, back to fresh meat. Luigi Tech asks, when will Microsoft buy Canonical? Please stop pushing WSL2. No. WSL2 is awesome. It's insanely popular. So many people use it to be able to use Linux userland tools on Windows. It's incredibly popular. Microphone is not. Network connection fails to activate on startup. Oh dear. What's going on there? I keep experiencing a strange problem with network connectivity. Sometimes, after the OS completes the boot process, okay. Sometimes, not every boot. Look at the logs. So yeah, we're waiting for some more information there. Yes, Martin says the messages we saw about Spotify were indeed just warnings. They're okay. Unable to install Ubuntu on a Vaio laptop. I haven't seen a Vaio laptop for like 10 years. Trying to install the latest version of Ubuntu. I always get this screen. Oh gosh, is this going to be dangerous? No, it's okay. Well, there. Windows was not shut down properly. Is that why? My computer boots. Is that answering it? I think they've got dual boot and Windows was probably turned off. I think, wasn't it? Or is this... Why am I seeing using CD-ROM? What? I'm trying to install the latest version. I always get this screen. I think, yeah, it's fast startup. Oh, yes. So in Windows, you're right. It is fast startup. So you need to do a proper shutdown, don't you? Yeah, I'm not sure it is the root cause, but it's, I don't know. It just, because it won't let you. That does look weird. I don't know why that would happen. But, I mean, it might be worth rebooting into Windows. Oh, you can turn it off, but I'm going to say, looks like the Windows install on yours was not shut down, or is in hibernation. Fast. What's it called? Fast what? Fast startup, isn't it? Boot back into Windows. And I think you hold down. Is it Shift or Control? Is it Shift? Windows 10, hold Shift. Shift and shut down. And hold Shift and clicking and shut down button in the start menu. Will suppress the fast startup save state and shut cleanly and come back to yes. Thank you for confirming this. Shift. Boom. Let's see if that helps. Now, it's entirely possible it won't help, and it's entirely possible this is the wrong answer, in which case the person can downvote. It's brilliant. That's why I love Ask Ubuntu. How to use Libertine. This is an Ubuntu Touch question. Oh, look at that. I know you. Right, I don't need to answer that one. This our problem with etc sudoers.d. Oh gosh. After executing this line, the return worried me. Could not open lock file. Ah, it's because you need to put a sudo there. Isn't it? Yeah. Oh, there you go. So, what? Why was that deleted? Why was that deleted? It was added 5 minutes ago by someone who's watching this video right now. Why? Oh, you deleted it. Oh, okay. Ah, because there is another question that already answers this. That's why. Yes. Right. Okay. Good. Yes, Zigga. I look forward to a world in which we can have beer as well. Let's go back to fresh meat. So when the thing that's amazing about this is like how rapidly questions come in. It's just like constant flow of questions. It's fantastic. Let's keep going. It's just never ending. Recovering files deleted with RMRF. Ooh, that sounds scary. Installing SQL Server, MS SQL Server, my SQL Server. Gosh, I can't read. Try to run this command. I get this. Yeah, that's the wrong command. Then I apt install MySQL Server. Package has no installation candidate. I think as this person is suggesting, because MySQL does exist. And so here's another thing that I sometimes do. Why are my terminals opening behind things? I don't understand. Something weird is going on here, and I open a terminal and it opens behind my browser. Very weird. So sometimes you'll get a question that'll ask you, about installing a package, and I don't want to be necessarily installing every single random package on my machine in order to test whether this works, right? And so what I tend to do is use lexc. So if I go like this and make it nice and big so you can see it. Let's say I wanted a 2010 container. I can just do lexc create Ubuntu 2010 Groovy. It's launch, not create. Creating Groovy. And so that will create a container in which I can run commands, and then I can throw the container away afterwards. Lexc shell Groovy. Right, so I'm now running 2010 inside a container, and I can do stuff like apt update, and I can try and install whatever it is they're trying to install, MySQL Server, and see if it works. In theory, it should. And all this would do is just confirm that on a normal system, this works as designed. Hello, Stuart. How are you doing? Lexi Shell. See, everyone's learning something today. Now, this is one way to do it. There are many other ways to spin up a virtual machine or container or something, but this is just the way I do it because LexC is super fast. Hello, the Ross Madness. Is this a LexD demo? I love LexD. So do I. I am LexD #1 fan. And just being able to just spin up a machine, do something in it, and then throw it away afterwards. So all I'm doing here is just confirming that it is possible, because sometimes packages break, and sometimes there's some weirdness going on, dependencies or whatever, that means that it wouldn't work. But it looks like there's nothing wrong in a default install of Ubuntu, and I can just go, let's see, delete groovy force, and that will shut it down and throw it away. Gone. Oh, let's see, delete. I thought it was force. Oh my gosh, I can't type. It's like C. Yes, super. So, yeah, I don't quite understand why they're getting a problem, but somebody else has suggested that it could be their package lists are broken, which is entirely possible. So, yeah, I would, upvote that, because that may well be the answer. That they've just busted their repository, listings. Ubuntu Touch welcome screen does not display correctly on a Raspberry Pi 4. Gosh. So you'll notice all these tags. That was another thing I was going to mention. There's a whole community around Ask Ubuntu, and if you go to chat.askubuntu.com, there's a bunch of chat rooms, the main one being the Ask Ubuntu general room, and you can join in there, and boom, there's a community of people who help each other out. And yeah, it's not a super busy channel, but there are people having discussions in here about the questions that are being asked on Ask Ubuntu, and so you can get clarification in here about how to answer a particular question, or whether a certain question is appropriate or not. It's pretty cool that there's this little community of people who answer questions on this website. It's fascinating. I love it. Oh, that one's been updated, has it? Still not sure what's going on with that guy's computer. Who knows? Any more fresh meat coming in? Oh, and the other thing I didn't mention is there's a whole meta Ask Ubuntu. So there's this Ask Ubuntu for asking questions, and then there's the meta Ask Ubuntu. So if you go to meta.askubuntu.com, there's questions about Ask Ubuntu. So that's really cool as well. Asking questions about how to answer questions, and it's just brilliant. I love it. So yeah, how do I go back to Ask Ubuntu like that? Let me catch up on the chat. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you here. I look forward to when this whole lockdown nonsense ends and you can drop by with a bottle of wine. What else have we got in here? Anyone see any that they think I should jump on? Not knowing whether I can actually answer them or not. There's another thing. I should show you. Bounties. So you'll notice up here I have like 17,000 internet points on this website. And if you've got a question that you would really like to see answered, you can donate some of your reputation to that question. And if someone is marked as the right answer for that question, they get some of your reputation. So it's a way of, rewarding someone with internet points. PD, anyone else seeing illegibly low res from Popey's display? I hope not. I'm streaming in full HD. So yeah, if you look at any question that has a bounty, you can see the bounty expires after a certain time, and this is to try and draw attention to the question and get people looking at it and get people trying to answer the question. And once someone's answer is accepted, then the person who posted that answer gets the bounty from the person who's donated it. So it's a pretty cool way of you can offer large bounties. I've certainly offered bounties on this site before. What was the last one I answered when suspend stopped working on my laptop? Can I find my own questions? Where is it? This one. So look at this was a question I asked 3 years ago, and for some reason when you shut the lid on my laptop, it didn't suspend, and loads of people giving me really super sensible suggestions of what I could do, and it found it really annoying. And it turns out what actually happened was this little magnet, which is the bit that hits a sensor when you shut the lid, because the top part of this photo is the lid and the bottom part is the base of the laptop, and this magnet had fallen out and was somewhere else inside the laptop. Unbelievable. So that's yes, but unfortunately, because I set a bounty on this, the only answer that was accepted was this one, so they got 50 of my reputation, because they gave very sensible software-based answers. But yeah, it turns out it was a hardware pilot error problem. Yes. Whoopsie. Macbook dual booted with Ubuntu, wireless not working. Oh gosh, that's tricky. Should I choose some snap ones, because I'm more likely to know the answers to some of these? Maybe. I've answered this one. So this was someone trying to do a snap restore. Well, I've given them a suggestion. So what they were doing is they had Nextcloud, and they were trying to do a snap restore to restore a snapshot of their data. And for those of you who don't know, when you do snap remove, like some snap, it will save a snapshot of the data. But if you do -- purge, it won't do a snapshot of the data. And if you do snap saved, it shows you a list of all the things that have got snapshots saved automatically. And so I suggested that they do snap saved ID and then whatever the number was. For them it was 22, but for me, if I do like 16 or something like that, it shows you that one saved and you can see the size of it. And I also mentioned, I think, where you could find that file, because it's just a zip file. Yeah, there, varlib snapd snapshots. So if you look in varlib snapd snapshots, you can see all the zip files that match those saved snapshots. And so if you wanted to transport this to another machine, you just grab that zip file, take it to another machine, and you could put it in that folder and do snap restore, and it will put the files back. That's the idea anyway. Thank you, Zigga. Just seen the word ThinkPad go by in the chat, which triggers me because, yes, I have too many ThinkPads. One I've been playing with today is this classic, which is a ThinkPad X220. It's a glorious machine. It's absolutely fabulous. I love it. And I've got Ubuntu installed on it. Command line only install of Ubuntu. And I use it just for doing, like, you know, email and IRC and stuff like that, but all from the command line. It's super good fun. Here's an interesting question. Atom text editor migrate to AppSnap. Atom text editor is installed on 2004 and used by a single user. It was installed from Ubuntu classic binary package, I guess. So I guess they mean a deb. The mission is for this machine to migrate Atom to the Snap app. For this, all what was done so far is install the Atom Snap. Next step, migration should be completed. The goal is to retain UX complete, local, and user-specific configuration. However, if I start Atom, the running instance has access to all packages installed on Classic and a few others. Means Atom Snap uses yet gets visible local user-specific configuration. Migration steps. I don't know that there are any migration steps needed because Atom is a Classic Snap. Think bad corner. Right. I'm not sure. If I go into Snap Atom, is there anything in here? No. There are 0 files. So I will say the Atom Snap is a classic confined application. So has access to the same configuration, plugins, and documents that the classically installed binary package would have. So there's not really any migration to be done. Remove the deb, install the snap, and you're done. Oh, everyone's talking about ThinkPads now. Oh gosh. Stop it. You're distracting me. Atom editor snap opens with 2 strange tabs. Oh, I fixed this. Yeah, this was fixed. I'm going to say this was fixed. Oh gosh, this was months ago, wasn't it? How do we fix this? $100 commits. Migration. Fix weird files. Yeah, that was it. So I'm going to link to that and say, I mean, this is an old question. So I shouldn't really bother answering this because nobody should be seeing this anymore. So I'm going to not bother. Raphael has an X230. What a glorious ThinkPad. Excellent machine. Good choice. Well done. Good choice. Gosh, we've been at this for an hour and I've answered like 2 questions. Have I got any messages? No. Inbox? No. Nobody sends me messages. Right. Any more fresh meat? Ooh. Is there somehow provide me an easy noob tutorial for installing PHP VirtualBox? What is PHP VirtualBox? Try the tutorials on the internet, but keep running into the same problems. No access to PHP VirtualBox. What is PHP VirtualBox? Never heard of it. Oh, a web interface. Oh, gosh. That's complicated. Good luck with that. I don't know. I've never tried that. -1 votes. Right, let's scroll down and see if we can find something new to look at, because I've seen all these. When I try to... What's this? Oh no, Django. I don't think that one's going to be possible. This is my current computer specification. Celeron. Intel HD graphics. 2004. I want to install OBS, which requires OpenGL 3.3. According to this, it's part of the Celeron 1000 series. According to this, can support up to OpenGL 4. Martin, are you listening to this? Is this a driver thing or is this a Mesa thing? Is it because they're on 2004 and they can't? I don't know enough about this. I'm echoing. Am I? Oh, phew. Maybe you have 2 tabs open with me in. I mean, it's understandable. Maybe you have me open on 2 monitors and you've got 1 in each ear. No, okay, I'm not echoing. It seems... Phew, thank you, everyone. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I mean, is that a Mesa problem or is that... I mean, according to this and this, the computer should be able to do OpenGL 3.3. Oh gosh, how old is this? Oh, it's only a few years old. Their IGP does not support OpenGL 3.3, says Martin. Does it not? Hardware problem. Well, have you got data for that? It does say it goes up to OpenGL 4. Are you sure about that? I mean, I'm inclined to think that because, you know, Celeron. Oh, it's HD graphics, isn't it? It's that does the GL, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So they're talking about the Celeron, but it's actually this thing that's... So the Celeron can support it if it had an IGP that could support it, but you don't have an IGP that can support it. I don't have an answer for that. Is there a ARC link for this? Oh gosh, which one was it? 2500, and it's the Core Celeron 1037U. Is that in the list? No. Stuart has pointed out, if you search Linux Celeron 1000 OpenGL 4, this question is the top hit, which shows you just how high ranking Ask Ubuntu gets on your favourite search engine and mine. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? This is all. I can't see that processor listed here with... that's... I mean... We are now resorting to, like, collectively Googling this person's answer for them. Which, you know. Yeah, I don't think they can. But I can't answer that because I haven't got a definitive answer. Oh, someone's doing some programming here. No, they've got answers. Booting to Ubuntu when external hard drive is connected, but boot to Windows when it's not. Oh, I know what this is. Has someone answered them already? Yes. So yes, let's go back to the front page and see if there's any new ones that we could look at. Putty. Recently installed Ubuntu 2004 and I use Ubuntu for the past 1 week. I created an EC2 connected by Putty. Oh my gosh. Oh God. Do you have a solution? Yes. Don't use putty. No, I can't. I can't solve that. What? Trying to find something I can actually answer. Maybe I've spent too long looking at these now. Googling the answer for them. Welcome to tech support. Yeah. So, the Ross asks, why would you need putty in this instance? So, there's a few clues here. Very new to Linux is one, and on Windows, putty is like the de facto answer for how do I SSH into anything. I'm sure you well know this, and people are just familiar with putty. But also, I suspect because they're following a guide that probably says use putty. I suspect. I guess that's what it is. That's just me guessing, though. Well, I'm not finding anything, that I can really get into. Error in Package Manager. This must be good. So here's another thing you can do. You can edit other people's questions. Unfortunately, there's not a lot here. But what you can do... That's somebody else's edit. I want to edit it. Why can't I edit it? Oh, it's pending. Please review it. Right. So they've done the edit that I was going to do. Brilliant. Can we improve this? No, we can't. Yes. Approve that edit. Boom. So if someone else reviews that, then it'll look better. But, I mean... Someone else is getting a MySQL issues. Wonder if there is an issue with MySQL right now. Let's find the bug tracker. Source MySQL server. Oh. What? How is there only 4 bugs on this? I would have expected there to be more bugs here. How old are these? 2018, so no. Stop failed. So it couldn't stop the database. Is the problem. It says there. How do you stop a MySQL? I can never remember. Is it systemctl stop MySQL server? Let's test it. Let's find out. Let's see launch. I threw it away, didn't I? Like a silly boy. Oh, it's a MySQL source package. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. You're so kind. It's MySQL. What? Maybe not. Let's do the... No. MySQL D isn't the package name, is it? It's... Anyway. Let's see shell groovy. And then we'll do apt install MySQL server. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Lothar. Hello, Lothar. Nice to see you. I think... Oh, there's someone posted a comment, and is the comment... Stop it. Yes. Yes. What's the command to stop it? Is it systemctl? Yeah. You can try stopping the database before updating with systemctl stop my SQL server, wasn't it? Oh, okay. Thanks, Dave. Oh my god, what's it called? Is it just called MySQL? Yes. Boom. Boop. Is there a name for the Popey effect where a bug live stream gets instant responses before the streamer gets a chance to respond? Yeah. See? And now the edit has been approved. So, yeah. Doing the markdown style, you know, it looks nicer. So, did you say they're versioned? Is it like -8 or something? Or oh god, look! Come on, Launchpad. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I need to be careful here. Well, I'm pretty confident. Where are they? Okay. Okay. Systemctl list units. Ooh. List units was that? List units. Correct. MySQL. No. Is it not just list without the dashes? Yeah. Grep MySQL. No. Is it because it's not running? Wow. That's pretty cool. I like that. Thank you. Systemctl list units. Tab tab. Yeah. Tab tab. Cool. Let's see if we can find another question. You can also say which questions are hot at the moment. Popular this month. See, it's like stuff like this. How to take partial screenshots. It's amazing that I will upgrade from 1804. Oh, they're running 32-bit. Oh dear. Oh dear. Gosh. There's Liam. I know that person. I know that person. It's funny how you like stumble across people you know browsing. It's a small community, this. Status is a great way. Ah, okay. List unit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're kind of like floundering around looking for something now. Is nobody... Come on, people, post questions. Not you lot. That's not what I want. Well. Ooh. Gosh. That's old. Right. Let's look for some more snap ones. Doc's badge count doesn't properly work for Chromium. I'm using 2004. I've installed Chromium from Snap, and since I use it quite often, add it to the Doc's favorites. When I open Chromium window by pressing on the Chromium, the window opens and runs perfectly, but the badge count associated in the doc remains on 0. That is, it does not indicate the existence of the open window. Ah, right. I have seen this. I don't know what the answer is, though. So I think the problem we're seeing is... Oh my gosh. Hello, Level 1 Tex. I think there's somehow the desktop file gets out of sync or something. I have seen this, especially when the application gets updated. Only occurs with Chromium. It's the only frequently used application. I wonder if we've got a bug about this. Maybe useful for the opening, especially the GLX info script. Extensions, capabilities for your desktop. Ooh. So, where's the bug thing for this? Yeah. It is a complicated problem. Chromium in Ubuntu. Is this where the bugs are? Where are the bugs? Why do we get linked there? Is it the contact one that's the bug link? Yes, that one. I clicked the wrong link, didn't I? So, is there a bug for this already? I have a feeling there would be. What do we call that? Do we call it a badge or do we call it something else? What are they called? Yeah, BAMF maybe? What was BAMF supposed to stand for? See you later, Martin. BAMF was supposed to be... It's supposed to be a recursive acronym. That was made up. It's supposed to be badass mofo, but it actually means BAMF application matching framework, apparently. There you go. Learn something new every day. They're called pips, is what they're called. That's what they're called. No. Do we have a bug for this? There must be a bug for this. What do they call it? They call it a badge. Maybe there isn't then. Yeah, I'm not sure this is limited to Chromium. I feel this is a Snap thing. But I haven't seen it myself for a while. You see it when an application is updated and the desktop file changes. And maybe GNOME Shell hasn't reread the desktop file or something. I don't know. I shouldn't have clicked away from that. I need to bookmark that one. Is that bookmarking? Yes. And I want to upvote it as well. I might add a comment. Yes, I think you're right, Zigger. It rewrites the desktop file. Temporary file is created. So you do see jiggling in the launcher on the left. You see a little jiggle as the desktop files swap out. And I've certainly seen that. Yeah, I don't know exactly. Someone would need to investigate this. I have a meeting with the desktop team on a Monday afternoon. And I'm going to add this to my list of things to discuss with them. I don't know if it's a desktop team thing though. But it's a thing that someone could look into. Can pips launcher 129763. Right, I've made a note of it. I'll talk to Ken on the desktop team on Monday. Because that's a work question. This is fun time, but that's a work question. There we go. Right. Any more we can pick off? How to install Slurm. What? What the hell is Slurm? Never heard of this. They've got a bounty for it. Okay. What is Slurm Ceph? Slurm. What is this? This is some... Okay, it's a thing. Is this written in Perl? RPM has... I'm unable to just... Alien. Oh, don't use Alien. Is there no... Okay. libslurm Perl. Oh, okay. So Perl's going to try and run it, but unable to make it work from the following. Don't you need to install it somehow? Isn't there a... What's the Perl thing called? CPAN. Can't you install it from CPAN? That's the one. I knew you'd know. Spell scripts. They need to compile. Just copy the location present in your path and use it. Yeah. Wow. Oh, someone told them. Oh, right. Okay. Slurm Ceph. It's just a single Perl file. Does it really need... I don't think I can help with this. They've already got their answer. You just plonk it where it needs to be. It's a shame when you come across questions like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wi-Fi adapter making... Can't read or write. Oh. We've reached the bottom. I feel we should be able to find a good one that we can... Wow. Fails to boot every 15 to 20 boots. I have a Dell Edge Gateway. Has 1804 on it. Runs fine, but seems to fail to boot 15 to 20 boots. Seem related. Failed to write. Ignoring input output. That looks like a disk failure. Doesn't it? Let's be a combination of these messages and pop up a few more lines every few seconds to keep definitely see our power cycle. Check the disk as many ways I can think of. BIOS scan tool, smart CTL, and bad blocks. Everything passes. Shows no errors. Wow. Cables? How is the drive attached? I've seen I/O errors with cable problems before now. The cable is always the thing, but if it's a Dell Edge Gateway, it's probably on the board, isn't it? I don't know what the inside of a Dell Edge Gateway looks like, but I would imagine there's no SATA cables in it. Oh, maybe there is. Hey, there we go. With sufficient Googling, you can find a service manual for these things. I think there's a picture in here, and yeah, they're NVMe, aren't they? There's an NVMe thing there. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be cables, is it? I mean, reseating the drive? Could it be environmental, like heat? Related? That's the only question I can add. I can't really offer any other help. Oh, what's this? I used Ubuntu 2004. And I'm new. I can install it just today. Well done. Congratulations, Amin Sab. Oh, there's a comment already. Oh my gosh. One of you guys already. Like, look at this. People are on this. Everything is fine. Everything. Everything except this Wi-Fi adapter. When I connect it to USB, it shows the name and everything, but it won't use the Wi-Fi. It just shows the USB and Alice USB. Working it since I installed it. I don't know why. And there's something else. Can't use change keyboard input. No, you're going to have to put that in another question, my friend. Is that the Wi-Fi adapter he's got? MT7601U. MT7601U. Oh, that looks like a... There you go. Look at that. Look at that. That gives the exact things you got to do. Linux headers, build essential Git, clone it, make it, install it, probe it. It should work. Very, 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 very thanks for you. Oh, look. Look how happy this person is. You see how happy you can make people on the internet by solving their wireless problems. All they want to do is get online. It's amazing. That does look good. So satisfying seeing people getting helped. I think we're oh, I've got some comments. Uh-oh. So this was the one where they had Vaio. Can't even manage to get the Windows. Just that laptop shuts down unexpectedly during Windows setup. It was on state was not able to recognize the OS. Windows 8. Windows 10 reinstalled. Then reinstalled Windows 10 and found the disk split on 8 partitions. Trying to install Ubuntu with Windows 8. Same error messages coming out. Do you think it will work if I remove the hard drive, format it using external case, and then try again? Yeah, that would work. If you don't like Windows, you can answer the question you asked and click to mention all this important information in your question. It sounds surprising the answer does not help you. Right. Okay. Oh God. Yeah. If you're not interested in keeping the Windows installation, then sure, taking the drive out and putting it in another machine to wipe it is a decent plan. Hey, Nate, how you doing? I feel like people don't know how good they have it today with Linux. Yeah, totally. Like, it blows my mind that I was recording a podcast last night, and I had a browser open with Jitsi, and I was talking with friends, and I had Audacity open, recording the audio, and I had some other stuff going on. I think I also even had Skype open, and I remember like 10 years ago, Skype was the one thing that, it came to Linux, but you couldn't have Skype and anything else open and expect audio to work. And I know everyone dogs on Pulse Audio a lot, but the audio subsystem on Linux is way better than it was. Now, don't at me if you're a audio production engineer and you hate the fact that, Pulse Audio is not jack. Yeah, I get that. But stuff like that was awful in the past, and it's so much better now. Have I got any more comments? No, I don't, which is good. Yeah, so I hear Pipewire is good, but we shall see. Gosh, this guy's providing copious amounts of information. This is awesome. Gosh. The other thing you get from Ask Ubuntu is it's not just like that you help other people, but you learn a load. You learn the location of log files from just reading other people's answers, and you see, command line tools that maybe you didn't know before. That's pretty impressive. Like, yeah, that on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, people are just sat here answering other people's questions voluntarily, not getting paid, getting a few internet points for doing it. It's amazing. It never ceases to amaze me that people are willing to do this. I mean, like I said, that's how I got started in Ubuntu. See you later, Monica. Nice to see you. So, JGJ. For some reason, Discord does not want to update either its Snap or Flatpak. So, Discord don't maintain the Snap or the Flatpak. Basically, I maintain the Snap of Discord. And the problem is that Discord has an inbuilt update mechanism. So it phones home to check and see if there's an update. And it's got two update mechanisms. One is internal. So it's got like an outer Chrome shell. And then the internals of it get updated internally. And there's a little green like arrow in the top right-hand corner that updates. And that all works fine, however you install it. But when it breaks is when it phones home and says, is there a major update for the shell of Discord? And if it determines there is an update, it just punches you in the face with a dialogue to say download the deb and won't start the application at all. Most other applications will say to you, hey, there's an update, you should go and get it. Or would you like me to click the link and take you there? Or would you like me to update for you? But not Discord. Discord punches you in the face with a deb link, a deb like dialogue, and won't let you launch the application. And the problem there is the Snap is not the deb. The Snap is actually just the repackaged deb. And so what I have to do is trigger a build. But I don't know when Discord are going to do this. And what I would like to do is inside Discord, if I can poke something somewhere to disable this update mechanism, but it's a proprietary application. Somewhere inside some bit of JavaScript, inside a giant app.asar file, there is a thing that goes and checks. I don't know. If I could block that, that would be great. Yeah, I understand, Trooper, that you caved and got the deb. I understand, because the messages that it spits out for security is so frustrating. So yeah, I'm sorry that it wasn't updated. It was 10 hours between Discord pushing out an update and me pushing out an update of the Snap because I was asleep. Between midnight last night and 10 o'clock this morning. I had a lie-in this morning. That's why you didn't get your Discord update. Yeah. Annoying, huh? Do you want to see what's super interesting, though? No, actually, I won't show you that. We'll do that another time. Chris Stamp. So, this is interesting. What's going on here? So a lot of software is now. I'm losing sound on my subwoofer and rear speakers. In the past, I went to different up mix and stereo sources. YouTube videos play 6 channels. Browser starts then only on 2. Rhythm box pre-installed 2. Firefox. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Hello, Adam. How are you? Yes. So, Adam, we are answering people's questions or browsing questions and learning from them is what I'm currently doing. Not actually achieving an awful lot right now. But, just having a chat with you guys, really. Right. Any more questions we can pick? These are all ones we've seen before. Yeah. I don't think we have a tremendous number of questions to answer now. Well, there is loads, but none that I can answer, unfortunately. Yeah. Yes, Adam, it is a great site. It's like, what amazes me is like you go to the home and you find some question and there's people answering these things. It's just all hours of the day and night. It's impressive stuff. Are there any of these bountied ones we could look at? Oh, that's a good one for you, Zigger. So, the question they've got is they've got an NTFS volume mounted. It's a Windows partition, and they want to be able to access that. They've connected the removable media interface. I think they could just bind mount. I think they could bind mount this underneath the media folder, and I think that would work. I don't have a NTFS I can mount, so I can't test this, but I have a feeling it can be done with a bind mount. As long as it's mounted inside home, it should work. Right. Well, it says here access denied. Yeah. That's a really old dialogue. Like, the theme on that is from like 2003. 1604. Ah, it's on 1604. Okay. That's going to be tricky to reproduce. Thanks, Cubicle8. Yeah, root in the permissions is weird. So if anyone knows how to do this or can reproduce it, that would be super interesting. I'd love to hear it. But I can't reproduce this, so I can't confidently say, what would be a solution to this, because I don't have any machines that would, that have 1604 and a Windows partition on them that I could mount. Did they get it working? Ah! Now it all goes well. Oh my gosh. They just choned the folder. So that is their answer, isn't it? You should copy and paste that and put that as the answer. Have you tried doing chone? Well, it looks like they've got their solution. Any way to get rid of system CTL suspend and start using S2 RAM globally? System CTL suspend and start using S2 RAM. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right. I think I'm clutching at straws to find new things to look at. VirtualBox has been working. Now it's got trouble. I think you need to rerun the VirtualBox driver update, don't you? Have to install VirtualBox. It's already the newest version. Does not exist. Please install VirtualBox DKMS. Whatever it is. This problem is fixed. I think. Don't they need to... release upgrade. Maybe. What is it? It's rebuild box driver. What's it? Sudo. It's this one, isn't it? I have to fix. There we go. That's the answer. Doot. There we go. Sleepless nights fighting and getting sound working back in the day. Yeah. Sorry for the random question, but is there a way Snap connections can be managed through a GTK dialog? Allow Snap name to access external drives. Well, yes and yes. In GNOME software, you can do it. So, what have I got installed? Like that one. Oh, that's rubbish. Let's find a snap that I already have. Industry. Will it allow me to do that? Yeah. You can click the permissions button in here, and it allows you to toggle them on and off in here. That's an option. It would be nice if there was like a overall management thing, and it would also be nice if that was in GNOME settings. So if it was in where's application? If it was in here somewhere, that would be nice. Maybe. Sweet. But yeah, as Zigger says, there are people working on that, I think. Right. Anything else we need to talk about before I wrap up? Because we've been doing this for over an hour and I've only answered a few questions. No worries, Will. No worries. Yeah. So yeah, if you have some time on your hands, maybe over Christmas, and you feel a burning desire to help random people out on the internet who maybe run Ubuntu and get stuck with things, maybe consider creating an account on Ask Ubuntu, sign in, have a browse around, create yourself a custom filter to filter for whatever thing you want. Like if there's a particular thing you're expert in, like maybe you're an expert with VirtualBox, maybe. Ooh. You could set a filter to only show VirtualBox related stuff, or if you're an expert on Ubuntu, you could put a Ubuntu tag in there, create your own filter, and then when you come here, you can click your filter and see the questions that are tailored for you. It's very cool. I love it. Absolutely love this thing. That's very kind of you, Cubicle Nate. Thank you for dropping by. All right. Well, I'll probably wrap it up there. I didn't even get to use my Be Right Back image that I created earlier. Look at this. No expense spared for my excellent Be Right Back graphic there. Yeah. All right. Well, have a good rest of your day, everyone. And thanks for dropping by. I think we'll do more of this another time. Let some more questions build up and then dive in. But have a good rest of your weekend, everyone. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers, guys.